Yo, what's up, dogs? I am back once again with another movie review, and this time we are going to be talking about a little film called Black Bag, directed by Steven Soderbergh. And before we get into things, I am going to try my best not to spoil this movie for you, but there is probably a chance I might just slip up and do a little bit of a spoiler as I get talking about this film. So, with that being said, you have been warned. Now, let's get on with the quick and easy review for this movie. Now, this film is very straightforward. It's very tight. It's an R-rated film. It's an hour and 44 minutes, and it revolves around the character George, who's played by Michael Fassbender. And he starts off the film right at the beginning. He has a meeting with a character named Philip, who's played by Gustav Skarsgård. And Philip is pretty much just telling George, like, hey, there's a mole in your house, which is, I'm assuming these guys all work for like MI6 or whatever, yeah, MI6, which was like the British Secret Service. And he's telling them that there's a mole within your house, and you have to figure out who this mole is because they're going to get their hands on a project called Severance. And if they do, there could be a lot of people that die. And George was like, I will figure this out within 2 weeks. And Philip is like, nope, you have 1 week or else many people are going to die. So George is like, I'm on it. Let's get things going. And also, Philip gives him a list of, I think it's 6 individuals that are suspects. And one of those suspects is George's wife, Catherine, who's played by Kate Blanchett. And now everyone knows like who George is, right? Like he is like the best investigative kind of guy. Like no one can lie to this guy. He's good at sniffing out rats and moles, and that's what this guy is known for. And that is what he's out here to do. And so what he does is sets up a nice little dinner with the other characters. So we have Freddie, who's played by Tom Burke, Clarissa. Oh, and Freddie is like each one of these characters also has a certain role within the organization that George works for, right? And Freddie is like an agent. Clarissa, who's played by Marissa Abella, I believe that's her name. How do you pronounce that? She is kind of like someone who's uses like can like she's like the satellite person. I don't know what her actual job title is. They do say it in the actual opening of the movie. They tell everyone what everyone's roles are and stuff. Then you have Reggie Jean Page, who plays Colonel James, and he's a little bit of a hothead, and he's like the next, he's like number two to George, right? Like they're, but like, yeah, George. That's kind of like George's like pupil, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And then we have Dr. Zoe, who is played by Naomi Harris, and she is the therapist that works at this place and has had contact with many of these people, and that is why everyone is brought into this world, right? And their boss happens to be Arthur, who's played by Pierce Brosnan. Now, the rest of this film is pretty straightforward spy who done it type of fare. You know what I'm saying? It is exactly what you think you're going to get in this movie. It's a lot of plotting and scheming and George trying to figure out the breadcrumbs that have been left behind in his methodical pacing of everything, and it plays out that way throughout the whole movie. You go through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like you follow the whole week, and it's all these little things that are going on, and you see the trials and tribulations between George and Catherine's relationship because they're married. And does George trust Catherine, and does Catherine trust George? And the whole grand scheme of it all, it's kind of crazy. I didn't expect like I knew it like because they tell you it's going to be one of them, and you follow along and you expect it to be, Kate Blanchett, but I'm not going to say who it is. But things happen that reveal themselves, and you're just like, oh, it's you know what? Who cares? I'm going to spoil it anyways. I'm just going to say it's pretty much everybody at the table and Arthur are all out to screw George and Catherine. And one of the elements of why they want to screw them over is because like they thought they'd be easy targets because their love for each other is their own undoing. And George openly says it in the movie. And same with Catherine, say like they would kill anyone for their partner, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So if anything, so they thought everyone who's at this table, the other suspects, including Arthur, kind of thought that they could play those two characters against each other and get away with this big MacGuffin, which is called Severance. And just in case you want to know what Severance does, it's like some weird hacking system that could break down like a nuclear reactor in Moscow, and they're trying to get it not out of the hands of the Russians and stuff like that. It's not. I wouldn't say that, like the spy thriller element is like that big, but it's really more of like a side note, I would say, compared to the actual of who done it and how were these things done. And the big reveal at the end is actually worth it. You know what? I'm yeah, like they built up to it and they garnered my interest, and I think they landed the end like they landed it no problem. And I was like, that was good. So in general, I would say that this film itself it's decent. You know, it's I had a I would put it as it was a good film. Um, do I think you should pay full price to see this movie? Nah. Should you go and see this movie in the film? I'm always going to say yes. I want you to support the theater, but honestly, go and see it on a cheap night. And if you really don't want to see it at the theater, wait for it to come out on streaming or video on demand and give it a watch, because I think you will enjoy this movie. I think there's a good opportunity that this would be a good rainy day movie, and you'd probably like you only need to watch this once, right? Because like once you know who does it, I don't know if you care after that. But there are good elements in this movie that you will enjoy, and yeah, I'm just yapping. Anyways, that's it for me. Would I own this movie and put it in my collection? I don't think so. Maybe I doubt it. I don't think I would. I don't think this is a movie I probably need to watch again for like another 10, 20 years from now. So yeah, that's it for that's all I gotta say. Anyways, that's it for me, my friends. Tell me what you think about this movie in the comment section below, and leave a like, hit the stream, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. It's Sunday in the evening. We're back to work tomorrow. So don't work too hard tomorrow, guys, and finish the rest of your day with a nice, relaxing tea. Yeah. Peace out, everybody. Bye.